6 Israeli hostages have been released, the last ones expected under the first phase of the Gaza ceasefire agreement. Hamas is accusing Israel of not holding up its side of the deal by delaying the release of more than 600 Palestinian prisoners.
After more than 500 days, the long-awaited reunions. How much I dreamt of this, you have no idea, says Omer Shem Tov as he hugs his parents. Cheers from the crowds for Tal Shoham and applause from the security services who brought him home. Their first sight of him finally on Israeli TV, almost too much for his brother Mor and his wife Adi. She was released from Hamas captivity in November 2023, along with her mother and 2 children. Averu Mengistu, in Hamas captivity for more than 10 years after he voluntarily crossed into Gaza in 2014, back with his family finally. There were 3 handovers, the first in Rafah for Tal Shoham and Averu Mengistu. Another in Nuseirat, in the center of the Gaza Strip, where Elia Cohen, Omer Shem Tov and Omer Venkat were all brought to the stage. Young men in their 20s taken at the Nova Music Festival who couldn't contain their elation at their release. Omer Shem Tov especially beaming with joy, with kisses for the men who'd put him through this terrible ordeal. His family elated to see him at last.
He manages with everyone, even with Hamas. Even there, they would love him, and that's for sure.
Omer is home, and we can't be happier than this. Omer, you're the man, you're the king.
The 6th hostage, Bedouin Israeli Hisham al-Sayed, who'd also crossed into Gaza 10 years ago voluntarily, handed over privately because of his Arab-Israeli background. The other side of this deal, though, delayed. 620 Palestinian prisoners set to be released, 97 due for deportation, but little movement outside the Ofer prison in the occupied West Bank. Payback, perhaps, for a tense 24 hours after the remains of the Israeli hostage Shiri Bibas were finally returned from Gaza late on Friday night. After a body Hamas had said was hers was not. Israel's Prime Minister is holding a security consultation to work out how to release the rest of the hostages, the living and the dead. Israel's fulfillment of its part in this deal contingent on that. Diana Magnay, Sky News, Jerusalem.